Are you having a hard time with the functions of gerund? Watch this. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Debbie Javier. In this video, we will be talking about verbals. Specifically, I will be focusing my discussion on gerunds. To start with, we will talk about the three kinds of verbals. So we have gerunds, participles, and infinitives. We will just focus on gerunds first. Now, let's take a look at the definition of a gerund. So gerund is the ing form of the verb that functions in the same way as nouns. I have here some examples. We have writing, cooking, learning, making, and many more. So before I'm going to discuss the functions of a gerund, let me first walk you through some tips on how to teach gerund. Hopefully, these tips will be very helpful to all of you. So first, you should be able to review the functions of a noun. Since a gerund functions like a noun, you should be able to review it to your students. Review the functions of a noun to your students. Number two, you should be able to give a relevant and easy examples, because if examples are easy to understand and are relevant to your students, then they will be able to easily get the concept. Number three, emphasize the function of a gerund or the ing form of the verb as a noun. So you should be able to emphasize that so that there will be no confusion among the students. And the last one, you should be able to provide an enjoyable activity about gerund after the discussion. So there are many activities that you can do and let your students do for them to be able to easily understand and really get the concept of a gerund. Let's now proceed with the functions of a gerund. The first one, a gerund can function as a subject. Number two, as a direct object. Number three, as a predicate nominative. Number four, as the object of the preposition. And number five, as an appositive. So I'm going to discuss to you one by one the functions, and I will be defining each function, and I will also be giving you examples for its function. At this juncture, we will now proceed with the functions or uses of a gerund. So I'm going to define you first the functions, followed by the examples. Okay? So let's now define what is a subject. So a subject is the doer of the action or the one being talked about. Let's proceed with the examples. Number one, singing makes Janaea happy. The gerund here is singing. Singing here functions as a subject of the sentence. It is the one being talked about. So let's ask a question. What makes Janaea happy? Singing. Singing is the one being talked about. So singing is the subject of the sentence. Number two, dancing is a very relaxing activity. Dancing here is the gerund that functions as a subject of the sentence. What is a very relaxing activity? Dancing. So dancing is the one being talked about. Next function, we have direct object. A direct object is a word or phrase denoting the receiver of the action of a verb. So I would just like to give you a tip. For you to be able to locate for a direct object, you have to start from the verb. I think that's the easiest way to locate for the DO or for the direct object in a sentence. So let's look at the example. The students enjoy reading. The verb here is enjoy. Enjoy what? Reading. So reading is the gerund that functions as a direct object of the sentence. Number two, Sarah loves cooking for her family. Locate for the verb. The verb is loves. Sarah loves what? Cooking. Cooking is the gerund that functions as a direct object of the sentence. So that's very easy. Let's have the third function. The third function of a gerund is a predicate nominative. What is a predicate nominative? A predicate nominative is also called a predicate noun. It is a word or group of words that completes a linking verb and renames the subject. A tip, again, to make it easier for you to be able to locate for the predicate nominative, look for the linking verb. So a predicate nominative comes after a linking verb. Please take note, a gerund does not function as a verb. It functions as a noun. So let's take a look at the examples here. Jacob's favorite sports is jogging. So look for the linking verb. The linking verb here is. So the predicate nominative is jogging. Now, another tip is that for you to be able to identify that the gerund is the predicate nominative in the sentence is that this predicate nominative can be changed into the subject of a sentence. It can be reversed, just like this one. Jogging is Jacob's favorite sports. So you see, that's the time that you'll be able to identify that it does not function as a verb because it can also function as a subject if you reverse the sentence. Number 2, my sister's job is teaching. So, linking verb is, and then teaching is the gerund that functions as a predicate nominative. If we reverse, teaching can become the subject of the sentence. Teaching is my sister's job. So you see that one? That's how you can locate for a predicate nominative, or that's how you can identify the function of a gerund as a predicate nominative. It comes after a linking verb. It renames the subject, or if you reverse the sentence, it can become the subject of the sentence. Fourth function of a gerund is as the object of the preposition. What is an object of the preposition? The object of a preposition is the noun or pronoun governed by a preposition. Tip: how to locate the object of the preposition? It comes after a preposition. So let's look at the examples. Some students are afraid of speaking in public. So, of speaking is a prepositional phrase. If you're going to separate them, of is the preposition, speaking is the noun or the gerund that functions as the object of the preposition. Number 2, Jenny likes all sports except surfing. So in here, the preposition is except. Please take note, except can function as a conjunction and can also function as a preposition. If except is followed by a noun, it functions as a preposition. So, in here, the preposition is except and the object of the preposition is surfing. Surfing is the gerund that functions as the object of the preposition. The last function of a gerund is as an appositive. So what is an appositive? An appositive is a noun or a noun phrase that sits next to another noun to rename it or to describe it in another way. So let's look at the example. The resort's main attraction, kayaking, continues to attract more tourists. So the gerund here is kayaking, and the function is as an appositive. Tip: if a noun or a gerund functions as an appositive, even if you are going to remove it, the sentence will still be complete because this is just an additional information. So let's take a look at the example number 1. If we are going to remove kayaking, how will the sentence be? The resort's main attraction continues to attract more tourists. So it's still complete. You see? Number 2. The pupils' favorite activity, drawing, helps them improve their motor skills. So drawing here is the gerund that functions as an appositive. So if we remove drawing, the sentence will still be complete and it would look like the pupils' favorite activity helps them improve their motor skills, because an appositive is just an additional information to describe what is happening in the sentence. So that's it about gerunds. I hope you'll find this video helpful and useful. Again, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button and the bell button for you to be notified every time I have a new video. Again, this is Dr. Debbie Javier telling you to always be a blessing to others. Bye!